I'm going to do a video here and explain how to de-winterize your Strada and your Terreno. So if you have a winterized unit that has RV antifreeze into the freshwater holding tank, the first thing that you're going to want to do is locate the drain underneath the vehicle on the freshwater tank. It is located on the back side of the freshwater tank on the bottom. Remove this plug on the bottom of the tank and allow the RV antifreeze that is in the tank to drain out. Once it is drained, what you can do is hook your freshwater hose to your freshwater fill in to this location here on the side of your RV and flush the freshwater tank with your garden hose and make sure that you're getting fresh water coming out of the bottom of the freshwater tank. Once you have that done, turn your water hose off, reinstall the drain plug in the bottom of your freshwater tank here. Make sure that you do not over tighten this thing or cross thread it when you go in there. Use a small wrench or just a pair of pliers and tighten it up, but don't over tighten it. You don't want to strip it out. Once you get that done, you can fill your freshwater tank again with the freshwater fill in this location with fresh water. And once your freshwater tank is full of water, then you can turn on your water pump in your unit and pump fresh water through the whole entire unit. Make sure you get fresh water through your hot and your cold side and through your toilet as well. At that point, you're de-winterized and you are ready for service. I'm going to demonstrate how to do winterization on your Strada and on your Terreno on any production units built as of November 1st, 2023 and newer. The process is going to be different to install your RV antifreeze into your system on these new units. Once you complete draining your water tank by the valve here, it is not necessary to put RV antifreeze into your freshwater holding tank. This process is going to show you how to install RV antifreeze into your water system without putting RV antifreeze into your holding tank. What you're going to need to do this process is you're going to need RV antifreeze. You're going to need a pair of side cutters to cut some zip ties underneath on the strainer. I'll show you how that is to be done. Also, you're going to need some type of pickup hose. Make sure you can be rubber hose. This is a plastic hose, but it's 1/2-inch ID on the hose is what you're going to need to be able to install that onto the pickup fitting underneath the vehicle. So once you get those 3 components there, then you are ready to go. So let me show you how that is going to be performed. The first thing that you want to do is go ahead and drain your fresh water tank. On the bottom of the fresh water tank, there is a drain valve here now. Go ahead and open up that drain valve. Go ahead and drain your fresh water tank. Make sure that water tank is empty. The next step that you're going to want to do is access your strainer. Your strainer is in this location here underneath the vehicle. And what you're going to want to do is actually cut that zip tie there underneath there to access that strainer cap. So go ahead and cut that zip tie with your side cutters and remove that zip tie. You're no longer going to need that. What you're going to do is you want to pull that insulation off of that strainer cap there to be able to remove the cap on that strainer. So access that strainer cap under there. You can see the strainer cap here. What you're going to do is unthread that strainer cap counterclockwise. Go ahead and take that strainer cap off, and then there's a metal screen inside there. Go ahead and remove that also. So you're going to have some water coming out of there at that point. That's what you want. You want to drain the water out of there, okay? Once that is drained, you go ahead and leave that cap and that strainer, that metal screen off of there through the winter time. And when you get done through the winter time, you want to reuse your unit and put fresh water back in. Go ahead and insert that metal screen back in there and put that strainer cap back on there and make sure that it is tight so it's not leaking, okay? And at that point, you can go ahead and install that insulation back around there and go ahead and put that zip tie back in place with the new zip tie, and that will protect that strainer there. So what you want to do next is go ahead and get your hose. Hook your hose up to the bypass fitting that's right underneath this location. You'll see the fitting hanging down there. Go ahead and insert your hose onto that fitting, and that is going to be the pickup hose to install into your RV antifreeze container. Once you get your hose hooked up, and your hose inserted into your RV antifreeze container, what you want to do is you want to take this valve, which is in the horizontal position here, and you want to turn this valve so it's in the vertical position. Once it's in the vertical position, it's going to draw the RV antifreeze through this hose up into the water pump system. That's how you are going to pump that RV antifreeze through your system into all your faucets. Okay, once you get your hose connected up to the bottom of the fitting and the hose into the RV antifreeze container, you can go ahead and turn on your water pump on the interior of the vehicle. Once you turn the water pump on, it's going to draw the antifreeze out of the container here, and you want to pump that RV antifreeze through all your faucets like depicted in the video prior to the video clip that we're doing now. So once you get that RV antifreeze pumped through all the faucets, go ahead and shut your pump off, and at that point what you can do is just go ahead and disconnect this hose from here and take the hose out of your RV antifreeze container. You may need 2 of these containers, so you got to pay attention to how much antifreeze you're actually using out of here. So once it starts getting low, go ahead and replace the container and make sure that you're got good antifreeze flow through all of your faucets. Okay, once you're done here, go ahead and just remove the hose and turn the valve back in the other direction. Okay, and that will allow it to pull the fresh water from your holding tank into your system.